Cord?
This meeting is being recorded.
Yes, it is. Welcome back to another session for the Art of Alchemy. And this is actually a really cool and fun session for all of us because I'm not the host today. Just get to be the MC. So where's my microphone of the day? We have a very, very, very special guest joining us today. This is the magical pen lately, my magic wand. It's just a little different because I've realized there's all levels of experience that we all have. Once you get to a point where you really could truly connect into the superconscious field and understand that, some of us choose to predominantly live there. And it's a different energetic experience and experience with reality as we know it in the 3D. And then there's all these other realms, which we know are true because we connect into a superconscious field and get different information. So those of us who do it a lot and love it, we then translate the information we receive because we've practiced enough. It's almost like learning another language, but you're learning a language in a way that's not spoken earthly language. So sometimes it's through your body. Some people hear or see or experience, and you may hear of people that are like psychics and all of that. But what we got today is I'm going to pin myself and Dean, give you a little introduction if I may. Nope. We're going to do both. I want to be next to you. Like I'm hanging out with you in the room. Good to see you, Dean. Thanks for being here.
No, it's my pleasure.
I know Dean from the work that I did with my mentor, Christopher Duncan, to learn the superconscious recode structure. And then, of course, that spread out into all of the other people that I've worked with and met and created this Art of Alchemy course. It includes a lot of what Dean and I learned together from the same mentor. Dean's taken it to another level, which is really cool to be able to experience it and share it with everyone else. I've experienced coaching with Dean that has been life transformative. He was one of the few people that I entrusted on the planet to care and help my family in a coaching direction to really make significant change and benefits in the life of my family members. And he's just a cool guy that lives in Australia and has a fun accent. So, that's my introduction for you, Dean. And then I'll just let you enjoy doing your thing. You show us what you're going to show us.
First of all, it's something that came really abundantly clear to me recently. I use my Tesla plates to connect to different fields. And I've used this practice that I do at morning and at night. And
That's right, you have different shapes and sizes of...
Yes. Like the spirit plate that I hold in my hand when I'm working with people.
Minus the big
That's your 5G.
The big kahuna. The big one.
And I noticed about a week ago, the shape of a heart turned up in the middle of my head.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been there every day since.
Wonderful. So tell us what you're going to bring to the
session. Today's all about connecting to loved ones that have passed. Today's all about really focusing on what message that you want to receive from the loved ones that have passed.
Wonderful.
Because I've been connecting to spirit and the creator for a long time. And my focus is to always come from the heart. And that's why I get this symbol on my forehead of the heart.
So what I'd like us to all
choose,
if I could ask us to all choose, and then I'll just unpin myself and let Dean run the show.
Yeah, actually, we'll ask all of you to choose something that you want to create and a message that you want from a loved one that's passed.
Perfect. Perfect.
You may not have known them, but you may have felt their energy.
Handing it over to you, Dean. You let me know if you want me to change any of the controls, but what I'm going to do is just put you front and center.
It's important today. Oh, I can feel it now. When I'm connected, my whole body just tingles. So today, I just want you to really close your eyes and focus on the things you want to create at the moment and what messages you want from your loved ones, especially you, Marcy. For some reason, your family members, your grandmother and grandfather are really talking to me loudly.
Okay.
And Tricia, it's the same person every time.
Yeah.
And Rebecca, I don't think you knew this person, but their energy has been in your field for a long time. It's your great-great-grandmother. Their energy has been around you for a long time because you're actually very much like her. Same stature, same facial features, same mannerisms. You don't dress the same because it's from a different era, but your intention to the world is the same. And that one's telling me that you need to forget about the crap in the past and just really focus on every moment of every day, of every week, of every month to create the life that you love. And she's also saying to me that just love your life in every aspect. Embrace different parts of that you've been resisting. You felt her essence every day, every single day. And when you meet someone, there's aspects of different people that you meet that you're recognizing in her, from her, through her. Every time you meet someone that looks or feels similar. Tricia, your grandmother, like when that picture falls out of nowhere that you had on the wall, that was like that decoupage thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just her saying, come on, keep going. No, she was very opinionated, very strong, just like you are. And she really wants you to recognize that your gifts that you've been given, as Rebecca has, as Marcy is gradually recognizing, as I've been given. We've all been given a gift. Just that some people don't accept the gift easily. Sometimes in life that we go along and we don't have gratitude until all of a sudden it smacks us in the head. Even yesterday, I spoke to my mum and I told her everything I do. I mean everything. I mean everything. My shamanic work, because I channel a shaman. A lot of people don't know that. Tricia does. I told her about my intuition, the one that I see visions when I close my eyes. I told her everything. And she said, yeah, I've been like that all my life.
It's awesome.
So that gift was passed down to me from my mother, from her father, from his mother, from her father. And so it's bounced. The gift has been given through the time, through timeline. Marcy, your grandmother and grandfather were the funniest people. They're hilarious. They're very short people, not very tall. They'll be sort of, some people might call it odd looking, but they loved one another. Really did. And they really, there's so much love for you, Marcy, that they have. We really want you to just focus on the aspects of your mind and body that are healthy. And your foot, that's just along for the ride. Because in that foot, it's telling you something. There's a message for you in that foot. To stay still for a moment, to be focused, to place your energy in the right place in your life. There's always a message in everything we do in life. And they're telling me that to keep focused on what you're creating in your life and forget about the pain in your foot. This will gradually move away because that gift that's been placed into your foot, this message, to keep you still, keep you focused. And they're funny people because they keep laughing. And they must have been the comical pair of the family, because they just keep, all I'm hearing is laughter from the field.
Hmm.
When you were born, they saw themselves in you. They actually saw themselves in you. Yes, some of your family are dysfunctional, but these particular two, it's all I'm getting is laughter. And they want to tell you that just find the funny things in life, Marcy. Just find the fun. Yes, you might not be 100% yet, but who gives a fuck? Just listen to your foot. Listen to the messages that your foot's got for you. It might sound odd to most, but really hear the laughter from your grandparents. Imagine them standing in front of you. They're not tall of stature, but they're huge. They might not be tall in stature, but they're huge. Their heart is bigger than most, just like yours is. Yes, at times that you feel like you've been crushed, times that you feel like that you've been trapped in your own heart. But my God, those two loved you more than anything. When you were born, they saw themselves in you, all aspects of you, all parts of you. My God, they loved you. They didn't understand their daughters and sons, not at all. They couldn't really connect with them. They were sort of disconnected at some point. Something happened between them which drew them apart. There's different events in their own lives that cause this problem. But my God, they loved you. I want you to feel the essence of that love. Really feel, just close your eyes and just imagine that they're wrapping their arms around you, Marcy, because that's what they're doing at the moment. They're giving you all the gifts of love, of compassion, of laughter, of focus. But stay true to your own self. Don't worry about the crap what other people are doing. Just focus on what you want to create in your life, not what you're avoiding. Because they didn't avoid anything. They just focused on fun and being themselves. And sometimes when you're being yourself, others don't like it. But that is their choice how it's received. And their choice for you today is to receive this message. Is to receive this message in your unconscious mind. Allow your unconscious to embrace the memory of these people. Because they're the funniest people I've ever had feeds from. I've talked to a lot of people's ancestors. These people are fucking hilarious. They're just reinforcing that to love the one within, Marcy. I know at times you haven't. I can feel that. Sometimes that you haven't believed in your own self. Sometimes you just lost focus. And it's time to really focus on what you want out of your life, like they did. Yes, times were different than when they were alive, but they're around you every single moment. Every single moment. Sometimes you get a sense that there's something there, but you haven't really known what it was. Sometimes your arms might tingle. Sometimes it feels like someone's nudging on your shoulders. Maybe it's even a sensation in your feet. Just keep placing one foot after the other. They're giving me like this image of people walking slowly with intention. My God, they're funny. They even wore different clothing to most, which made them stood out. It's especially your grandfather was he was a comedian. He always made everybody happy around him. That's why his wife loved him so much. Everywhere he went, he just made everybody feel comfortable. He always had a silly joke or a different way of approaching things. These people from your family, wow, what a pleasure it would have been to know them back then.
Yeah, I didn't know them.
Not irrelevant.
Yeah,
Because they locked down on you when you were born, my friend.
yeah.
You didn't need to know them. Just like Rebecca's great-grandmother, great-great-grandmother. Just because we don't physically know them and see them, but we feel their essence. Because the soul never dies. It's eternal. Just like Trisha's grandmother. Just like my dad and my son that died 32 years ago. Just like my grandma. Just like mum's family. And all the other parts of people that I see around me. But I have a barrier that I put around me. So I don't step into the people because you can become taken over by it. And I create a field around myself so the information comes through. And is there any questions that you'd like to ask them, Marcy? No, Rebecca and Fisher, I'd like to ask you just think for a moment what questions you'd like to ask your family members that have passed. Just while Marcy's going to give me hers. Is there any questions you'd like to ask them, Marcy?
I barely remember my mother.
That's irrelevant. No, what I want you to do is just ask yourself, close your eyes and really focus for a moment. Think about what that foot's teaching you. To stay grounded, to stay true, to stay focused and still for the moment. Just think about the memories of the past from everybody that's been in your family and friends and people you've met. Think about all the things that you're wanting at the moment, what you're desiring at the moment, your true choices, the ones that are just for you and no one else. I want you to all think about this for a moment, especially you, Tricia, for some reason. Close your eyes, all of you, Tricia, all of you, all of you. Really focus on what you want out of your life, not for your kids, not for your siblings, not for your family, just for you. What messages you want to receive, what questions you might have. Give yourself a moment. Place your hands on your heart. Put your left hand on your heart, then the other one over the top of it. And ask your unconscious mind, what is it that I need to know today? Where is my focus? What is the question I need to ask my ancestors? When you have the question, Marcy will start with you first when you're ready.
What's my true purpose?
Your true purpose in life is to be happy. And that happiness will radiate around you. Just like we were then. Because we just found the fun in everything. When you're finally at one with yourself and your purpose in life is just to be happy, living a life you love and loving a life you're living, you'll draw towards you everything you need in your life. Just lose the need to know. Expect nothing. Observe everything and stay present. It is important that you stay grounded at the moment. Keep doing your exercises. Listen to your body. You in particular, Marcy, haven't been listening to your body. You in particular have not been listening to your body. Our body is always talking to us. Every moment of every hour of every day, of every week, of every month. All of our life, our body talks to us. Respect the one within. And then you can let love in. And too shall it pass. So stay focused. Find the fun in simple things in your life, and that will radiate around you, and you'll feel it getting bigger and going out into the universe. And that love and fun in life, you'll have people drawn towards you that you never even expected. That you never even expected. You'll inspire others to be healthy and vital at later stages of life. Because that is your true purpose in life, is to inspire others in the similar age bracket. And that will in turn inspire younger people, because they'll see the elders being healthy and vital and just having the fun in life. That is your true nature, Marcy. Your purpose in life. And they're also telling me to stop looking in the past and focus on the now. Create your choices, true choices from the heart, always from the heart, never from the ego. It's important that you focus like that. Because whether you're in business or personal life, if you're coming from the heart and you have the right intention, you'll create anything. You become a magnet for fun, finance, fitness, and fulfillment in all aspects of your life, all parts of your life, all your levels of consciousness all connect as one. Rebecca, just hold on to that, Marcy. Absorb that for a moment. I'll come back to you. Rebecca, what was your question that you have today?
Where
Give yourself a moment and refocus. You've lost focus for a moment. Don't worry about what's going on around you, behind you, or above or below you. Just think about what you're creating at the moment, whether it's health and vitality, whether it's your business, your current job, whatever it is.
yeah, I just have a
question you want to ask.
in relation to both relationship and work, where should my focus be?
He's telling me that your focus needs to be on yourself. You can feel a bit lost at the moment. I'm seeing that it's just like you're like this little child running through the darkness in the forest. And you're just not sure which path to choose. But they're saying to me, love the one within, and then you can let love in. Because at the moment, there's not a full connection of heart and mind. There's just like a confusion. Like you're going up and coming down, you're going up and coming down. So just for a moment, just put your left hand alone on your heart and your right hand just below your belly button. Feel the two connecting. Now imagine you're connecting your mind, your heart, and your soul together as one. Your great-great-grandmother is all of those in combination. And she's connecting them all together. Her essence is wrapping her arms around you. She's saying to me, stay true to yourself. Don't be influenced by others. Stay true to yourself, because you haven't in the past. So you need to stop bringing the past and bringing it into the future. Focus on the now. Focus on the now. The person you're becoming, the person you are now. Stay true to yourself in all ways, in all levels, in all dimensions. Seeing your emotional body, your mental body, and your physical mind as clear as crystal. Oh, that's it. There we are. There it is. Absorb that, embrace that, and focus on that for a moment. Tricia, what is your question for your ancestor today? Because she's laughing her fucking head off. You might have known Marcy's grandparents.
What every time I talk to you, I try to discern is if I'm making up who I want it to be, or if it's truly one energy or a collective of them, because you say grandmother, and to me, there is 3 or 4 possibilities. 2 are stronger, 1 is almost absent, but out of the 2 who were grandmother-like figures, that's, I guess, because they held such a different level of energy in my life and still do. So I always still wonder which one it actually is.
What does that look symbolize? What are you doing when you're doing that?
Either the letter Y or holding my hands up to the universe.
Second one. What is it also doing? When you're meditating, you're doing that. You're putting your hands up to the universe.
Yeah.
That's you're open-hearted.
Mm-hmm.
Because all those people were open-hearted, whereas the other family members in your life are not. Because when I meditate, when I go and stand outside, or even when I'm doing my Egyptian energy work, I have my hands in the open heart position, which is facing the universe. Both of them are facing up, like up to the sky. And then sometimes I turn them over, as above, as below,
Mm-hmm.
as within, as without.
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel it's my great grandmother. That's why I always sense that, and then I question it, and it's like, wait a minute, is that actually her? But that's the one I'm told, and it doesn't necessarily matter. I could not pick one particular question because then I just had a very run through of multitudes, but actually the one that feels the strongest now is when am I going to Australia again?
Very soon.
That's what I thought. I think it's going to be pretty darn soon.
Yeah, very, very soon, my lovely friend.
Yeah.
Then Rebecca and the 3 of us can have a laugh together.
Marcy, you want to join us?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Imagine the whole crew. That'd be hilarious. Oh, I love you guys.
Ditto.
I've found a place in my life where I'm staying true to myself. I'm open about everything I do now. I don't hide anything anymore. I have no need to. Even to be opening up to my mum yesterday, which I never ever thought I'd ever do. Like when I said to her that I have these psychic abilities and I channel my shaman and other things, she just, yeah, I've been doing those things all my life.
And you hadn't known that before that?
I had some idea.
Yeah.
I had some idea because when I was 2 years old, Mum was in bedroom and she had me on a lap and she was reading a women's magazine and she had this vision came up about me at my wedding and they weren't there and they weren't because my grandmother was the only one invited. Yes, but no, Mum's plus Mum gives me permission to project the energy field in herself. And my mother gives me permission to protect her and do my energy healing and that on her. That's why she's gotten better.
That's wonderful.
Does Dean
Nice.
that
Oh, go on.
the grandmother, is it, do you know if it's my dad's side or my mama's side?
Great grandmother on your dad's side.
I thought so. And
Yeah, it's really good. No, she's stronger than the other side. The other side was very wishy-washy and meh. But no, that pure soul that's on that side, that's why she's so much like you. You were like, it's her reincarnated who you are now. Because the way you carry yourself through your life, the way you communicate to others, the way that you perceive yourself and others is the way she carried through her own life. A lot didn't understand it, like people don't understand you from different points. But they have different levels of consciousness like we all do. Because conscious awareness is different for us all. Some people don't have conscious awareness. Some people are still asleep. Because people are dying longer, they're not living longer. Do you hear that, Marcy? People are dying longer, not living longer. So it's important that you live longer, not die longer. Because your grandparents, every time I get these visions of them, man, oh man, you just need to be like them, Marcy, every day. Stand in front of the mirror and just have a laugh. And carry that beautiful energy all the way through.
Chris Duncan.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I just have to give a shout out for Chris Duncan showing up in our field right now. That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
But, I'm feeling the energy of all your ancestors. They all just want you to be focused on what you want out of your lives. Marcy, for you, is just to have more fun and just stay focused and grounded. And feel what your foot's been telling you. Yes, you might have had pain in it. But that pain is just telling you to stay grounded and stay focused on what you want out of your life. Stop bringing the past and pulling it into the future, because that's what you've been doing. The past is the past. You can retain the knowledge and wisdom of it, but all that emotion can be just let go. Embrace what you've learned from the past. Don't keep pulling it into the future, because they're saying to me that if you keep doing that, you're going to keep being stuck in the past. If you want to move forward in your life, just be fun like they are. They're the funniest people I've ever connected to ever. It's actually remind me of me pop. He was like that. He used to make everybody laugh. Because my nana wasn't, boy. No. Ah, Tricia. Wow. What a special friend you are. I know when we speak.
I just want to acknowledge that we've all created a phenomenal group here. I'm not going to you can go with you.
But we've connected for a purpose,
Mhm.
for a higher purpose. Like Rebecca has, with the way she communicates to others, through her yoga, through your adventures, through your flying. And my God, you're flying high at the moment.
High five right there. Fly girl.
You've finally gotten your wings. They're not just wings of an airplane, they're angel wings. Because you're communicating and connecting to people in a way that you may have never thought possible. Marcy. Man. Wow. You can put a smile on that mushy girl of yours, you know. You can smile, Marcy. That's better. That's how you need to carry yourself through the rest of your life, Marcy. With that smile and that, like your grandparents did. They got up and just looked at one another and just smiled and laughed together because they were at one at peace with one another. They didn't care what they looked like, what others thought of them. They just enjoyed their life. And as we're recognizing today, we don't necessarily have to have known them directly, but their essence is in all of us, like my ancestors.
I
Right,
have
and
a
this,
question.
yeah, go on.
It's my cousin's birthday today,
Mhm.
and he passed away. I don't know if it was a year or two ago.
He was really angry when he died. Really angry when he died. When he passed over, he was not a happy person. Very unhappy. He's lost, as if he's lost connection to his family. He was very unhappy. He wasn't a tall man, but he got annoyed with himself a lot. You were one of the only ones in your whole family that ever bothered. And he appreciated that, and he does today. No one really ever understood him. No one, except for you. Even you sometimes got frustrated because you didn't know where he was coming from. But when he looked in your eyes, not very often, but when he did look in your eyes, he saw the truth. Truth about himself, truth about you, especially you, no one else. Because you alone see the truth in people. Not all the time, but most of the time. Because sometimes you're blinded by fear. What he's saying to me today is for you to let go of that fear. It's okay to feel emotion, Rebecca, because he was a very emotional person. He's always got really frustrated and annoyed with himself. He didn't know how to carry himself through life. That's why he passed over, because he was a very angry young man. Did he have a car accident? Some sort of accident? It's like he ran into a tree as if he committed suicide or something like that. It's just, I'm getting a vision of a tree coming at him. Whatever happened, it wasn't meant to be, because he
I
just
think
lost focus in his life.
he surrendered to his cancer.
Yeah, it's like he hit a wall.
He couldn't receive anymore.
No, he just hit a wall. That's what it is. He hit a wall. He hit a wall because he didn't want to be on this earth anymore, because no one really understood him at all. He in particular. It's like a wailing wall, like in the Israeli countries when they all stand against the wall and they're connecting to their ancestors. I can see him like standing at the wailing wall, and you beside him, because you two in particular. Why you in particular? Because you are very much like your great-great-grandmother. And he is the only one that felt comfortable around people and around you. That's why he left his earth. He just didn't want to be here anymore. He got frustrated and angry because no one really cared except for you. Except for you. So think about him on this day. Send compassion and love to him on this day.
Always.
And
Every
stay
day.
true to yourself, my lovely friend. Love will come into your life when it's meant to. Don't try and force it. Don't expect it. Lose the need to know. And when you're radiating love around you, you'll magnetize the person that needs to be in your life. Same as my lovely friend Tricia. The right person will come into your life at the right time. Just keep being you, the wonderful you, the beautiful you. Same as you, Marcy. People will come into your life when you find that fun and happiness and joy in your life. Just be that fun-loving person that I know you can be, just like your grandparents. Because every time they start talking, they're just laughing their heads off. They're laughing so much their head's nearly falling off. Just so much like my pop. Yeah. Wow.
If I may ask for fun, Dean, do you have communication and guidance that you can request for yourself like this? That you specifically commune with your own? Would you like to share what they've been guiding you to do or be or have or experience?
They've been guiding me to stay true to my own self, to be focused on being in service to others, to use my shamanic healing gifts, my energy healing, and to be paid well for it, to create this highly profitable transformation company, not just business, but company. So eventually we'll be employing other people to bring into it. And my guides and my ancestors, especially my grandmother, to stay strong, stay true, and don't discount myself. Don't put on masks in front of people anymore, because I don't need to, don't have to. Just be me, all of me, myself, and I. Stay I'm grounded, ensuring I'm always coming from the heart, never from ego. That's why that symbol of the heart showed up on my third eye. Just came out of nowhere. And it's imprinted there to remind me to always come from the heart. Stay focused and true to myself. Don't give my power away to others. Always come from inside, so it's intrinsic, not external. Because we all have to make decisions in life. Because the word decision comes from the Latin word decidere, means to cut off. And if we want change in life, we have to make a series of decisions or just to decide. It doesn't have to be right. We just have to make a decision, because otherwise no decision, no change. Once we decide to place our focus on ourselves, because once you love the one within, then you can love him, and anything else will just pass. And to really focus on what we're creating, not what we're avoiding. Because otherwise you'll just keep bringing the past and putting it into the future. You can retain the knowledge and wisdom from the past, but you don't have to retain the pain and suffering from it either. So stay grounded, stay focused on you, all of you, all parts of you. All parts of you. Make sheni akaniti sheni. Na she ati mokuinete sheni. Na sheka oin te machine. Panapashia nikete masin. Moho a sheka oin nikete te sheni, Rebecca. Nach nahor, nahori, na she akaneki. Tricia. And anybody else that's listening to this replay of this session today, feel the energy and vibration of my light language and my words from my shaman and all the other words and energy from the session today. Reach out if you feel this resonates with you, and just enjoy the moment and live your life with fun, enjoyment, and be true to yourself in all ways, in all levels, in all dimensions. seeing your own minds as clear as crystal, your emotional body, your mental body, and your physical mind, as clear as a pure white diamond. Seeing your astral body, your mental body, and your soul etheric body is clear, with pure energy around you. Pure energy from 1,000 suns, energy around you, so bright that just shine wherever you go. With the laws of grace, I thank you. With the laws of grace, I thank you. With gratitude and discernment, with the laws of grace, I thank you. Thank you. It's been an honour and a privilege today to connect with everything and everyone today. It has been my pleasure and my great honour to have been in the space with you all today. I thank you and appreciate. I'm so grateful for all of you, all parts of you.
Right back at you, Dean. Appreciate your time, your joy and love of this work, and the ability to create a very magnetic field incredibly quickly. What I thought were things that shifted for me that you said so concisely was our bodies are always talking to us. We're the ones not willing to listen. And that's the communication of the intuition that we learn and practice. Because as you start to even learn intuition, you ask for information in your stomach or in your chest or in your heart. You often get a movement forward or a movement backward, or you're holding a pendulum. You get information in your body. So as we start to practice and discern this, it's literally a translation of information. Dean has it on superpower. And explaining the background of the word decide, to cut off, that's so cool, because when you don't, everything is kind of just wishy-washy. And that's the same thing as if you just don't choose it, nothing's gonna happen. Like I have things that I'm much more predominantly focused on creating in my life. Some I think I'm choosing, but I'm actually not. I want them, but I'm not focusing on them. So they're wishy-washy. They're not going to change. And the ones that I do focus on, I know they create the shifts, so that, just choose it. When you want something and you decide upon it, that's your laser beam focus. And it's on a creation, that aspect of what you choose just because you love it, not in resolution to something you don't have, or that you don't even have it now. It's just choosing it. And the beauty of what was brought up recently with Marcy was that then we are it now. And we do have it all. And that was so much of the messaging and the story of just enjoying the space we're all at right now, really in the present moment, to laugh and love ourselves and have fun and play and just go to Australia. That's for me. I was like, just buy a plane ticket. Just do it, Trisha. That's silly. So we'll see. I thank you all for joining. So much fun with you. Why don't we do this again someday? Oh, Dean, please share with us before we close the call. How can people get in touch with you? What's the easiest way?
They can contact me via email or direct through Facebook. I'll get you to pass my email on to them.
Sure. Do you want to say it now? Just so for anybody listening to it and wherever it may end up in the future?
It's inspirational.mmc@gmail.com.
Wonderful. And your name here shows as Dean Adams. I met Dean as Dean Adams, and his guides also call him Dion. So you'll see multiple names there. And then,
because it happened 2 years ago. I was seeing a psychic healer, and that was really funny. The third time I saw her, all of a sudden, all this light language came out of me. I thought, well, what's that? And she said, you're just channeling a shaman. And the connection to the field and other things that occurred at the time. Wow. And there's another process that I'll share with you all on another day, if it's okay with Tricia.
Yes.
Well, man, that is off the charts. I don't think I've shared it with you, Tricia, yet.
Well, I do like the new processes.
Oh,
and I do like finishing and honoring everyone's time. So I know it's Mardi Gras celebration evening here where we're recording this call where I live. So I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for joining. And we'll all talk soon. Share your comments in the Share in the Facebook group, questions, comments, or anything that you want to share when I post the replay. Bye,
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Love
Thank
y'all.
you, Dean.
Stop
Thank
laughing,
you.
Marcy.
Bye, Marcy.
Bye,
Bye,
Rebecca.
everybody. Lots of love.